lot of sighs, a lot of gasps, and that's how Bonnie and I felt when we attended the Northwest Alcohol Conference that Jermaine and his wife started. We feel so thankful to bring him here to our area. This is the first time he's been in Virginia and spoken, and we're very excited that he's here. Just want to take 1 second in also thanking the chill members again and their parents. When you look at all this stuff that's out there, do you not admire these young people for standing up for his right? Making those good decisions in spite of all this is around them. And kudos also to their parents and the people that support them through the after-school programs and other organizations like that. But you can see it's hard out there. And I just admire all you guys, not only for choosing a drug-free life, but being able to go out in your community, go out in your schools, and not be afraid to stand up for what's right. So I thank you so much. Speaking of our chill members, I have the chill member here that's going to introduce our next speaker. This is Kelly Spencer from Carlisle.
Miss Cousins served as a probation officer in Chesterfield County for 14 years until, burned out, she left to attend graduate school full-time. She joined MAD in 2009 and travels all over Virginia representing MAD and collaborating with communities on issues of drunk driving and underage drinking and driving in areas in which there aren't enough MAD volunteers. A drunk driver killed her father in 1989. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Cousins.
Hi everyone. I'd like to thank Jermaine and Katie for thinking to invite MAD to this important community event. And I'd like to thank Mary Powell for being here. I've got a real quick presentation that I'll go through. I have some resources in the back. We'd be glad to partner in any events that you're having in the community. The returning program I'm going to tell you about in a minute that Jermaine said was so important. So I'll as I fly through this. So, I don't know if many of you know, but MAD was started by Candy Leitner in 1980 after her 13-year-old daughter, Carrie, was killed by a repeat drunk driver. He ran up on a sidewalk and killed her. She was 13. So anyway, and then it traveled across the country when Cindy Lamb, a woman who lived in Massachusetts, her daughter became the nation's youngest quadriplegic at the hands of a drunk driver. And our mission is to stop drunk driving, support the victims of this violent crime, and prevent underage drinking. A lot of people don't associate us with underage drinking. In the United States, and I apologize if you've already covered these statistics, but an estimated 10,839 people died in alcohol-related crashes in 2009. That's the most recent year national statistics that we have. Drunk driving fatalities accounted for 32% of all traffic deaths last year. And on average, someone is killed in an alcohol-related driving crash about every 50 minutes in the United States. In Virginia in 2010, there were 8,221 alcohol-related crashes, which is 7% of all the crashes. There were over 5,000 people injured in alcohol-related crashes, 9% of all crashes. And then 274 people killed in alcohol-related crashes in 2010, which was 37% of all crashes. And this statistic always amazes me. There were over 29,000 people just convicted of drunk driving in Virginia in 2010. One of the guys I go to the gym with is a sheriff's deputy in Chesterfield. And he says to me, Cristi, you think everybody's drunk all the time. And I kind of do when you read a number like that. Because those are just the convictions. Lots of people get off. So locally, I just ran a few numbers. I don't know if you guys know these, but and I got this from the DMV crash facts. There were 2,394 crashes in Martinsville in 2010, and 168 of those were alcohol-related. 3 of those resulted in fatalities, 161 injuries, and then they figured out the death rate per 1,000 drivers, and that turned out, I guess, to be a little bit statistically insignificant. Of course, working for MAD, I don't find 3 fatalities in any way insignificant. But in Henry County, you had 38,000 licensed drivers, over 38,000, and then 719 crashes. 71 of those were alcohol-related, 4 of those resulted in fatalities, 68 injuries, 0.31 is the statistics on that one. And you know, also I should add to this as I'm going down, I was with some police officers in Roanoke on Friday, and they said that actually when we looked at the DMV numbers, that their police department numbers were actually higher. So some police officers here might be saying, you know, I remember 5 fatalities in Henry County off the top of my head. So if that's the case, I apologize. So, and then in Danville, you had over 26,000 licensed drivers, 805 crashes, resulting in 53 of them were alcohol related, 0 fatalities, 42 injuries, and there's your death rate. So Matt has the first mission, Stop Drunk Driving. The average drunk driver has driven drunk 87 times before their first arrest. So Matt addresses that with their campaign to eliminate drunk driving, and there are 3 components to that. Support the heroes who keep our roads safe. The second component is requiring drunk drivers to blow before they go, and then turning cars into pure. So to support our heroes, we support high visibility law enforcement and increased enforcement. Perceived risk of arrest is one of the best inhibitors of drunk driving. We also do over 10, I think it's 11 this year, law enforcement awards across the state of Virginia, where we hold dinners and officers are recognized for outstanding work on DUI enforcement, training, education, related prevention initiatives. This is the group actually from 2010 in the Central Virginia area, but I'm sorry, the campaign to eliminate drunk driving. The second component is requiring convicted drunk drivers to blow before they go. We believe in ignition interlocks. Most of you probably know what that is. It's a device about the size of a cell phone. If a convicted drunk driver has a measurable amount of alcohol in their system, the vehicle won't start when they blow in it. Currently in Virginia, ignition interlock devices are only required for the second or subsequent events when the blood alcohol content exceeds 0.15. Only 15 states in the United States have require an ignition interlock for all drunk driving offenses. So we would like to be the 16th. And you can actually contact your legislator through our mad.org website. Click on Virginia and when your zip code, it'll tell you who your legislators are, and it'll even help you write a letter. You can email it right off. And then the third component is turning cars into the cure. I don't know if you know this. I was amazed when I started working for MAD 2 years ago, but they're actually working on advanced technology in tomorrow's car that'll keep the car from starting. It'll be able to detect alcohol through the seatbelt, through the ambient air in the car. It'll keep cars from even starting if the driver is over a 0.08. And they're trying to do enough research to get it down so it's affordable. They did research and found that people were willing to pay $600 for it. That was about it. So anyway, there's something in Congress under consideration right now called the Road Safe Act, which would authorize critical research funding to continue that important research. Our goal is that, as you know, once you start drinking, you make bad decisions. If we can keep drunks from even starting the car, that would be the way to go. So our second mission is helping victims of this violent crime. If you go to our website, as a victim, you can find all that we offer to victim. We serve a drunk driving victim every 10 minutes. Whoops. And then 3, preventing underage drinking. As you guys have probably discussed today, 1 in 3 8th graders drinks, 1 in 5 teens binge drinks, yet only 1 in 100 parents believe their child binge drinks. Teen alcohol use kills about 6,000 people a year, more than all illegal drugs combined. Car crashes are the leading cause of death for teens, and 1 out of every 3 of those is alcohol related. And kids who start drinking young are 7 times more likely to be in an alcohol related crash. Our teen data in Virginia, teens killed in alcohol related crashes, it's gone down since 2009. We had 28 in 2010. Teens injured in alcohol related crashes, that number went down too, but of course it's very high. And teens convicted of DUI, 1,244 in 2010. Research shows that, a Rubber report shows that 74% of kids say that their parents are the leading influence in their decisions about drinking. And doing interventions as a family can reduce underage drinking and drunkenness by 30 to 60%. And kids who are more connected to their parents are less likely than those who are not to use alcohol or other drugs. So MAD's underage drinking prevention programs strive to engage parents, just as Jermaine was saying, reduce social and retail access to alcohol, just as Jermaine was saying, and defend and support the 21 minimum drinking age. So MAD has developed a Power Parents program. It's free. there's a PDF available to download from the med.org website, and then we give it free in 30-minute workshops in any place that invites us. The PTA is a sponsor, and we've partnered with a lot of PTAs in schools around the Richmond area, and we'd love to do that here as well. Anywhere that parents are, we'd be glad to do it. The parent handbook covers your teen's world, the things that draw our kids to glamorize drinking, just like a lot of the stuff that Jermaine pointed out today. Talks about parenting styles and which ones are the most effective, and talking to your kids about alcohol, helping your teens make good choices. I have some samples in the back. I couldn't bring one for everyone. As you guys know who work for a nonprofit, they're $1.20 a piece, so it's like gold apparently. But anyway, if we come and do one in the schools, of course they're free. There's a website that goes with the Power Parents program. I love it if you guys would go to that too. It has to Ask the Professional section that parents can enjoy. And so why MAD in your community? All of you here are in the prevention field, the enforcement field, and so I said to my boss one day, I said, I feel like we don't have anything different to offer. But he reminded me, and I'm a victim, so I should know this, is because my father was killed by a drunk driver, when you have victims at the table, I think that it can bring something important that maybe might be lost in the conversation otherwise, just a little bit extra to convince people. So anyway, we hope you'll consider including us. Volunteer opportunities for our parents, court monitoring, we need those, law enforcement appreciation, setting up donuts for the guys out in the field, Walk Like Mad, it brings a lot of public education opportunities, and here's my contact information. And in the back, thanks.
Thank you so much, Cristi. We appreciate her being here today and Ned showing us what they have to offer and how we need them in our community. Anyone that feels led to help start a MAD group here in our community, we do not have one. The closest one is Ms. Mountain Lake. Please go up to Cristi, come up to me, and we're going to be hoping that we'll get that started in our community. It's lunchtime. Yay! I know you have had a good morning, but it's time to get up and go get our meal. So we're going to start with these front tables here and work our way back. And we are going to have a wonderful speaker during lunch. So please get your food, come back to your tables, and be ready to sit down and listen to a very wonderful speaker, Dr. Paac. So we'll start with this table, and this table, if y'all will go. And we're going to go through this room right here.